news that my reaction to the Crunchyroll Awards had been blocked worldwide. And then, of course, I hopped on Twitter to witness about 70,000 children calling me a boomer because I don't like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5's art style. My reaction to all of this, of course, was, well, sounds like a day as a YouTuber. In the world of Yuri anime, almost everything is implication. There are very few Yuri anime that are actually just like hardline, this is about lesbian romance, you know? And I was really big into Yuri in the late 2000s, and I would always see that there's sort of different tiers of Yuri. There's the outright stuff that's actually about lesbian romance, then there's the stuff where it's heavily implied, and then there's the stuff where it's just kind of implied, you know? And all three of them would be very attractive to Yuri fans, but there's a whole different level of meaning that comes from different levels of implication, where, like, it's really nice and refreshing when a show actually fucking goes through with it.
In manga form, when you see a page where in one panel a character is using an attack, while in another panel some other character is explaining what that attack does, you have the sensation that both of these things are happening at the same time. And because you read the dialogue in a split second, the action still seems to be happening really fast, as it should be. However, once you adapt this into anime, the scene of the attack and the scene of the characters analyzing the attack suddenly come one after the other, and it takes much longer for the dialogue to be spoken than it would take for you to read it. Now you have the sensation that the characters are constantly stopping in the middle of a battle to exchange dialogue, which can wear on the viewer's immersion and on the intensity of the fighting. I know there are hundreds and hundreds of excellent, worthwhile anime out there in existence, and I want to watch them all. Even though it's my job to watch and talk about anime, I don't have unlimited time to consume everything that I want to see, and I certainly don't want to be wasting my time on a bunch of bullshit instead. I don't trust anyone else's opinions enough to only watch the consensus masterpieces, so the only way that I can be sure that I'm gonna see everything that I'll like is to watch absolutely everything. And if it's possible,
it's like, why,
I'm trapped in an existential nightmare, caged at the intersection of two mediums which openly reward mediocrity, created for people who want nothing more than such. YouTube, which has spent so long encouraging creators to chase the form of their content, which most resembles a 24-hour live stream of their lives with a minimum production value of coherently watchable, and anime, which apparently encourages CGI crowd shots in the first 5 minutes of every fucking new show. You ever have one of those embarrassing moments where you're trying to show one of your parents anime? Like, hey, this show's really cool, it's got a really interesting plot, it's got like the best character development I've ever seen, and then you put on episode 1 and are reminded what you had forgot, that there is goofy-ass CGI crowd scenes all over the fucking show. And your mom just bursts out laughing because she, like, can't handle this because she hasn't gotten used to this. The way I approach things is more like I'm just constantly making judgments. Like, everything I see, I'm judging it, you know, all the way down. Like, if I start a show, I'm thinking about the visuals, I'm thinking about the audio, I'm thinking about the construction of the scene, I'm thinking about the visuals, like, you know, I'm paying attention to every single element and thinking about if what I'm seeing is good or bad, you know, by the metric of my own. Anyone for their kinks, as I am the lolly guy on the internet, in spite of the fact that I don't even really look at lollies anymore. But, you know, I've put myself in this position.
Cool. Ranma from Ranma 1/2, because he could transform freely into a woman. And every time anybody ever asks me what anime character I want to be, it's Ranma. Because I don't just want to be a woman, I want the options. I want both. So I'm just greedy about it. And he's really hot in both forms, so.
Is that most of them aren't watching other anime YouTubers. Seem to have a lot of opinions about them, but aren't really watching their content or anything. Everyone's got so much to say. Everyone just wants to be a cool guy making cool videos, you know. I'm fucking sick of this. So today, I had two things happen today that made me want to cut a promo on a bunch of anime YouTubers. The first of which I'll get into later, but the second of which that finally set me off was a new Giga video came out. And I was excited when I saw the title. I was on r/anime and I saw a video called Konosuba, Why It's Funny. Now, what excited me about this is that there's not enough people talking about comedy in anime right now. Not enough people dissecting how comedy works. And so I've been planning to make... So I was excited at the idea. I saw 10 minutes about Konosuba. Whoa, 10 minutes. It's plenty of time to make a good point. I started the video, and the first 3 minutes are Well, I don't really like a whole lot of comedy anime because usually I don't even crack a smile when I'm watching these shows, but every once in a while I actually crack a smile when watching a show. It's really rare, but it's really special when it happens, and so I'm gonna analyze this show and why it made me actually laugh for once in my... I don't fucking care! And this is not just a Giga problem. This is an everyone problem. Everyone just fucking... I'm so sick of hearing how you came to this point of writing this video. It doesn't matter. Cut that out of your video. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about how you thought you weren't gonna like the show, but you did like the show. Whoa! Like, there's exactly 2 states you're gonna be in before watching a show. Either you think you're gonna like it or you don't think you're gonna like it. Or maybe you just have no opinion at all. And then once you watch it, you either turn out to like it or you don't. You know how many fucking videos I've started that open with that? Like that I click on a video and the first 3 fucking minutes is someone explaining to me how this isn't really their genre, but every once in a while one of them's good. And wow, this one was good. So now I'm gonna explain to you why. I don't care. Just explain to me what's good about the fucking show. Just explain what's good about Konosuba.
We get to see them in a greater number of emotional scenarios. That said, I could easily see some viewers preferring the more straightforward characters in Haikyuu, as they might be easier for the average person to project themselves onto. Conclusions. All in all, as with any matter of taste, I think that a viewer's ability to engage with either of these shows is really going to come down to what they value from entertainment. Personally, I found that the attitude and vibe of Kuroko no Basuke jived with me perfectly, and I was able to relate to most of the characters pretty easily, whereas Haikyuu kinda bored me to tears overall. I'm sure that some people would be a lot more bothered by the superpowered shenanigans and all of the retcons and ass-pulls that Kuroko no Basuke runs with, but personally, I was so engaged by its strong narrative arc that I was on board for all of it from pretty early on, whereas Haikyuu had me really struggling to care about anything that was happening, even as I was being impressed with the visual flair. If neither one of
I'm so sick of the IBS crowd, and I'm not going to name like specific individuals. Gator, I'm not going to name specific individuals who, you know, they hear about this Cuties, this new Netflix movie that is degenerate and awful. By the way, I have no interest in this movie at all and hate that I search my name because I have to search my name because people fuck with me constantly. Search my name. I'm Digi Bro, by the way. Hi. Type in Digi Bro on Twitter, and everybody's like, "Oh, Digi Bro likes cuties." First of all, I'm not interested in real little girls twerking. That's like the furthest fucking thing from what I'm into. Okay, look at this. I'm gonna teach you guys. This is Shauna. You're looking at this girl. You might, if you're a pervert, you're probably transposing like a real child, right? Because you think this is probably a child because you're fucking retarded. Onto this drawing, you're like, oh, that looks like a little girl. Now look closer. Look closer. Do you notice that she doesn't have a fucking nose? No distinguishing race? Has giant red eyes? No lips? Really, she's 2D.
Period Colors Phantom World is a sequence of highly entertaining animated GIFs, which were released in 22-minute chunks over the course of the winter 2016 anime season. It is an exceptionally well-crafted internet meme, with attractive character designs, vibrant colors, and flashy animation that loops into itself very easily. Ishihara Tatsuya and his team at Kyoto Animation have proven time and again that they are possibly the best in the entire world at creating anime GIFs, and this intense mimetic potential has led to worldwide attention for much of their work. Unfortunately, there are some people out there who choose to view this GIF collection as if it were an actual TV show, and those people tend to find themselves woefully disappointed.
Look, something that Kanye West experiences all the time. This is a dude who has become this strange pop culture icon / pariah. And it's very clear to me that Kanye West has a difficult time communicating with people. He is he's an artist in a very true and pure sense, in a way sort of like Hideaki Anno is for anime, where he's a guy who has very complicated emotions and feelings, and he doesn't know how to express them very well in a way that other people can appreciate, so he puts it into his music. And I love that about him. I love that Kanye West is clearly not sane, or at least not able to talk like other people talk. And he's embraced that, and he seems to recognize that. He seems to understand that about himself.
And it made me feel more like confident about the possibility of it working out, because I could relate that strongly to like what I like and don't like. So yeah, I think there's a lot of power in feeling the validation of seeing someone else feel the same way as you about something, and feeling like I'm not insane and there's other people who think like me. And I know that's a powerful thing I offer with my videos. So like, I do think that it's cancerous when people go into a video seeking validation, don't get it, and then bitch about it. Like, people who like want the product to always be made for them, like they always want that when you do a review, it's going to be their opinion, because they don't understand that there is no one critic who you should be listening to for everything. Like, you should be finding a critic who feels the way you feel, or at least like, getting a sense, like, whether a critic is good or not depends on how good of a writer they are, not what they like or don't like. You can have somebody with the totally opposite taste of you, but if they write well enough that you can understand exactly how you will feel about the thing through their writing, then, and if they have like a taste that is coherent enough that you can do that, that's what's more important than them taking away response videos. Because the reason that those were so powerful was that if you could guarantee that you appear in the sidebar of somebody else's content, then, and if that content is big, you're way more likely to get seen. And so, like, people making, like, small-time, YouTubers making diss videos about me, it's because I am a topic worthy of discussion, in the same way that, like, I'm gonna get way more views if I talk about, I'm trying to even think of a Shield Hero, than if I talk about, say, Boogie Pop. I mean, you can see this right here on the After Dark channel. Like, go to the views of, Shield Hero Weekly versus Boogie Pop Light Novel versus Anime. And, like, obviously Shield Hero is getting more attention because it's a bigger deal.
I've got a bone to pick with a certain kind of anime protagonist. You know the type. They're mopey, unpersonable, and have no social acumen, yet because of their inexplicable special powers, they constantly save the day and everyone loves them. They're a vehicle for wish fulfillment, suggesting that even though you're a boring average person, you can still be popular with the ladies as long as you've got some kind of secret ability that makes you special. Mob Psycho 100 has a bone to pick with this kind of character as well. Shigeo Kageyama, also known as Mob, has a very simple desire. He wants to connect with people, namely the girl he likes. Mob happens to be an insanely powerful psychic who can wield unstoppable force over anything he chooses, but early into the series he comes to the realization that this power is really of no use to him in pursuit of his goals. The girl he likes isn't impressed with psychic abilities, she's impressed with big muscles and a charming personality. Ergo, Mob sets out to acquire these things by joining the Body Improvement Club.
Now, personally, I think that the Netflix release model is 1,000 million bajillion times better than the TV model. I hate watching shows weekly. I think it is a bad way to consume media, and it only exists to keep hype cycles alive, and to, obviously dumping an entire thing at once is just not the most profitable way to do it by traditional standards. But if we're to get sucked into these stories, because it's always about escaping your mundane life and going somewhere where your unique skills make you cool. It's just that anime has done so much, to it. Like, they've been using it so extensively that it's become a meta joke in itself of, like, what can we send to the other world? Like, who can top the most retarded thing that you can turn up as in another world, what unique powers will you have? Like, at this point, it's more about filling out this checkbox, like this database of elements of the isekai than it is about the actual point of isekai media, Well, I mean, for the most part, there's not that much difference between women and men and what their lives are like. So you could probably get away with writing a believable female character by just writing a believable character, you could easily write a female character who never mentions anything uniquely female throughout the story, and have them be believable, because a woman's life is not primarily preoccupied with, just the things that make her distinct from a man, So, you're probably already good. But if you want to, work on it or something, talk to women. That's a good start. Like, just... Not okay! How in the fuck do you think that this is passable in any way? Look at this shit! Look at this shit! Look at all this shit! This is garbaggio! This is garbage! Garbage! He doesn't even look like he belongs in the world that he's inhabiting! Everything looks like fucking shit! Who are these fucks? What is this fuck? Fuck you! I can't believe, I cannot fucking believe that you're okay with this! I am not okay! This is a fucking problem! Why? Why can't you have basic fucking decency? How can you think not okay things are okay? I can't... Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Why? Why are you so wrong? How can you stand living when you're so wrong? I don't understand you people! I hate you people! Why do you insist on living? Fuck you! Fuck you! That looks terrible! It all looks terrible! It's so bad! It's so bad! Why? Why do you think it's okay? Why do you think it's okay to live and be wrong? Why do you think it's okay to live and be wrong? Stop being wrong! It's not okay! It's not okay to be this wrong! It looks so fucking bad! It looks so bad! It looks so bad! Stop! Stop shitting me! Stop shitting me! I'll fucking kill you! Stop shitting me! It's not okay! Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Look at him! Look at her! Look at it! It's so bad! It's so ugly! How do you not see it? How do you not see it? Ah! Look at him! Look at him! Ah!
Sometimes I step back and wonder, is the problem with me? Do I just not know how to explain myself well enough? Is that why nobody understands me? But then I watch my video back, and I get the point, and a lot of other people get the point, and then I listen to someone respond to the points, and they completely miss the fucking point, and mishear half of what I say. What do you know? It's the usual story.
I really think that there's this unbelievable short-sightedness that comes from the people who watch seasonal anime continually, and I know it's because a lot of them are new to the fold. A lot of people come in every year, a lot of people leave every year, a lot of people don't stick around and look at the whole meta context of everything coming out, and then they ask me things like, well, why do you try to watch every show when you know you're not going to like a lot of it? Because you don't know if it's going to be good until you look at it. And people are literally commenting that on this video where I reviewed Doreiku, which I thought was going to be shit, and I liked it. Literally, that happens in this same blog. Did anybody actually continue past the Bunny Girl Senpai part to hear me talk about shows I actually like extensively for 50 minutes? Shows that appealed to me for their very specific, fetishistic sort of, appeal? No. People want to hear you say the thing that they felt about the thing that they liked. And it should be completely expected and reasonable that someone would have the exact opposite opinion of you about a show. And you have to realize that just because you think there's something good about the show, just because you read something into it, or you, even just on a surface level, thought that what was there was good, does not mean that other people are going to feel the same way.
Whew. That was fucking impressive.
It's actually good.
I was just playing chicken with you. I was like, how long can
I
you go?
figured, that's why I kept going.
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't stop till you stopped.
Playing chicken.
Be worried about, like, what can I do in my community? What can I do in my family? What can I do for myself? These are things that will have a huge impact on you and in turn society, because you are a part of society. So having yourself figured out will do more good for the world than you trying to sort everybody else out. That's the most poetic way I'm ever going to be able to say that. That's my rant about furries. Furries, the shit you like is horrible to me, but you will always be okay in my book as long as you're cool. Everybody's okay as long as they're cool. That is the only rule. The only rule for all of humanity is be cool. If you're cool, you can like anything. I don't give a shit. You just gotta be cool. If you commit heinous crimes, you're not cool. So, just to clarify. I'm not just saying you have to be charismatic. I'm saying you gotta be cool. Alright. Next rant.